Greetings! Welcome to the Tarot Card of the Now. In this video, I'm using the Dark Carnival Tarot deck. I'm going to pull one card and it's going to give us a little insight or message for right now whenever you were watching this video. So let's see what it is. Oh, and we have the Devil card. So the Devil card at this time shows a bit of a realization. And stick with me here because anybody who follows along who also does tarot is probably wondering why the Devil's realization. Well, it's realization of the obstacles, of the things that hold you down. This is about breaking free. The first step in breaking free from addictions, from things that are not good for you, is to realize they are not good for you. That is the first step. It's kind of like AA. Like, the first thing is to admit that you're an alcoholic, right? Because if you don't ever admit it, you don't ever make that realization that that's what is going on, that this thing that you do, this relationship you're in, this job that you're at, any of these things, we don't recognize these things as things that hold us down, we can never break free. So this card is showing us right now, there's an opportunity right now to make that realization, to voice this idea, this realization, right, that we are chained to something, that there is something we have to let go of. And the Devil card also speaks of the idea that it is all in your head. It is a mental battle, and that's why realization is the first step, right? It's all on that mental realm. There's physical signs and so forth. It's a major shift, but this war is the thought in the mind. No matter what you're fighting, whether it is an addiction, and it could be anything. We all know addiction is in itself something that follows a pattern, something that is toxic to us, but it's not anything specific. Like, first thing people usually think of addiction is like drugs and stuff, but that's not necessarily the case, right? We can be addicted to anything. We can be addicted to other people. We can be addicted to video games. We can be addicted to foods or certain kinds of foods that are bad for us. We can, or we think of like cigarettes, but you know what? We can be addicted to a lot of things, anything that is bad for you. It's that idea that you are chained to it, that you can't stop. So the first thing to do is realize that it's bad for you, and the second is that mental battle and getting to that step of realizing that you don't have to, that you can put that phone down, that you can stop smoking, that you can get out of that bad relationship, whether it is a romantic relationship, a business relationship, or whatever. Like I said, another addiction is people. The problem why it's toxic is it's filling a hole, and as long as we're trying to fill this hole with this poison, we can't get the antidote in, right? We can't get the thing that's really going to fill the hole. It's like think of like a hole in the ground, and you keep trying to fill it with water to fill it up, but the water's going to keep soaking in the ground. You have to keep putting more in. That's where the toxicity is. That's where that realization lies, in that you can't get what you're wanting out of life or wanting out of the situation by what you're doing. You're putting a band-aid over it, but the wound isn't healing. The hole isn't getting filled. It's that realization. That's what's the important thing. Not so much any toxicity or addiction or obsession or anything like that. It's more of realizing that it is not helpful, that it is something you need to let go of, and then realizing that you can get over it. It's just a mental acrobatics you have to do. It's about starting that war in your mind. It makes me think definitely of one of the main obvious addictions I said earlier, which is cigarettes. I used to be a very heavy smoker. I have been a non-smoker for, I can't remember now, 4 or 5 years. And I can't imagine like myself, like I can't believe I used to do that. But it took several years of me not wanting to do it, to realize that it is bad. And over those years I saw different things, different realizations of its effect on me. And now that I haven't done it, I can't believe I was how I was. I was so chained to it. It took a lot of mental power. So that's what's needed right now. There's something of a realization. Like I said, that's the first step. That doesn't mean you're going to get rid of it today. It means you realize you need to get rid of it. It is the first step in the road in realizing you need to get rid of this toxicity, whatever it is. So that's the message for right now. Pretty heavy, but empowering. Realize you can do anything, that the chains are as strong as your mind. It's you. You have the power to let these go, to unlock the locks and get out of the chains. You have the power. So that's the empowerment there. Really want you to see that. Give me a like, give me a comment if this really spoke to you. I know it really spoke to me. I'm really not sure how it's going to apply today, but I have a pretty good idea. So if there's any bells ringing for you like me, definitely give me a comment or a message. If you don't want to do it publicly, I definitely encourage everybody to message me privately. I appreciate those as well. I always talk about comments and likes because it's really great. It gets to other people and more people that can get value out of these videos. But a private message is definitely welcomed as well, because this is about us all connecting through the tarot. So that's it for right now. Blessed be.